League. Dutch Mill Supply is your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier. The ball is in the air, and we welcome you to the 4A Regional Playoffs. Winterset will control our opening possession. It is the talented Jenna Young, as we mentioned, averaging 16 points per contest, the sophomore, cutting right side of the lane. Winterset in their offensive set. They're in their home white uniforms with the black numbers, gold trim. Ball is loose on the floor, and a tie-up is called far side, and Pella will get the opening arrow, and good defense there by Annika Peterson to force the ball on the floor.
Yeah, good start for the Lady Dutch there. Just good, solid man-to-man defense. Very aggressive. Got a loose ball. Good start.
And it's Anna Vanderwall leading Pella down the floor. And their half set, as we mentioned, against a zone defense against Winterset that Coach Garland was anticipating. Peterson, right side to Faith Deers. 3 Pella seniors now on the postseason journey. Could be in their last game between now and we're hopeful in March. In the corner, Madison Nag short on the three-pointer. No good. And the rebound is controlled by Thea Banning.
Was a good look there. Good ball movement to get an open look.
And then contact and a foul called on the Lady Dutch as driving in was number 32, Bridget Stover. 5'11", showing some speed up that right side. And she'll get 2 foul shots here early.
Yeah, that's one aspect of the game I thought Winterset may have an advantage getting to the free throw line. A number of times has gotten to the line, so got to be sure to try to keep those drives away from them.
Yeah, they've been at the line 326 times coming in, and they'll score the game's first point. Stover, a 68% free throw shooter, makes both. The opening salvo to the Huskies, 2-0. And Pella, their second possession. Anna Vanderwall gets a screen from Madison Negg, center of the lane, kicks it out and travels. First Pella turnover. Both teams pretty similar from the free throw line at about 64%. Pella averaging 14 turnovers a game to 12 for Winterset. 6:53 remaining here in the first quarter. Winterset 2, Pella 0. There's Young just in front of the free throw line. Shot rims out. Anna Vanderwall, the rebound. Pella pushing tempo in this possession. Flashing down low, it's Reagan Van Wyk. Had to save it from going out of bounds, and then Madison Nag will draw contact in 2 foul shots as Lauren Carter gets tied up with her in the paint.
Yeah, nice pass there down to Reagan, kind of hanging out on the porch or on the baseline, and she found Reagan underneath the basket open.
On our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, we'll be getting updates from Norwalk and Des Moines Hoover live on 94.3 KNIA. And Knoxville Roland Story in Class 3A on 95.3 KNIA. Madison will miss the first. Neg coming in, a 72% free throw shooter. That number has improved greatly. She struggled in the first half of the season from the line. And she'll rattle the second one in. So Pella's on the board, down 2-1, just 90 seconds into our opening quarter. Young down the floor for Winterset. Works it to the top of the circle, Carter. Kick out left side to Benschoof. And now here's Carter. Young has it again with Vanderwall in her face. Pass on the wing for 3 will go in. And Benschoof will get it in for 3. They don't shoot a lot and don't make a lot normally. Pass tipped out of bounds other side.
I think that's where they need to beat us, but we did a nice job playing some gap defense and keeping Young from driving, but she found the open shooter.
And Winterset has not beat a lot of teams with three-point shooting, and if they do that tonight, then you, at that point, just have to tip your cap. Still early, 5-1, 2 minutes into our opening quarter. Pella down by 4. Faith Deers puts it on the floor well outside of the three-point line, gets a screen, steps into a 3, off the dribble, no good. Offensive rebound to Madison Neg, but then she'll throw it away as she fell down on her way out of bounds, and the second Pella turnover. And now down low, open was number 32, Bridget Stover, as they got ahead of the Pella defense, and it's a 7-1 run to open here for Winterset.
Yeah, and what you saw there, number 4, Young for Winterset, good penetration getting down the lane while we help, and then she dumps to an open player on the down on the post there.
5:33 remaining here in the first. Pella yet to score from the field. In the corner, Madison Neg. Down low, it's Reagan Van Wyk. Tried to go for the reverse layup and took an extra step on her way up, and it's a third Pella turnover. And it's an inauspicious start here for the Lady Dutch as they are down 7-1, and Winterset threatening to take control of this game early.
Here, Young, got to stop that drive because that seems to be creating a lot of offense for them already here early on. doing it again there.
She'll lose the dribble this time. A couple of passes in the corner. 3 ball on the way. Falls off the rim, no good. And that rebound will go out of bounds. And honestly, Pella's, you want to guard everything, but if Winterset's going to keep shooting threes, I don't think Pella's going to be too upset by that.
Yeah.
Now, that was an open look and in good rhythm, but Winterset's going to beat you in the paint more often than not.
Like I said, you got to challenge that shot, but it all starts with the drive and kick for them, or drive and dish for them.
The center of the lane to Madison Egg, kicks it out to Diers. Now left wing to Vanderwall. Pella trying to get something going on offense, and they'll turn it over for a 4th time. Young comes up with it. Her second steal, and she will not finish in transition. Pella did a good job of retreating on defense, and they will eventually get to the rebound, Madison Nag. But that's before Young will end up making contact with a Lady Dutch player.
Well, that's a foul on Pella, I think. Young had the steal.
She got another steal. Okay.
Yep, she snuck in between two of our...
5 Pella turnovers now. And that's on Anna Vanderwall, her first.
Hopefully we can shake off the start here. Yeah, just a little bit slow getting going.
Kylie Tauke and Jasmine Namiga on the floor for the Lady Dutch. Winterset up to 7-1. And then in the lane, Namiga gets a foul called on her, and Carter's at the line for 2 shots. Winterset just seems to be a step ahead of everything right now, including that inbound, and Namiga was behind uncovering on that baseline, and now 2 free throws, Sean.
Yeah, she had just come into the game, too, and Namiga and Tauke had just come into the game, so maybe not quite ready for that inbound play there.
Some intention, perhaps, by Winterset there. 4:35 remaining. And the second is in. This is an Ulrich Ford Lincoln radio game reset. Pella with 1 turnover. Meanwhile, an 8-1 advantage. So 5 turnovers for Pella to Winterset's 1. And then a throwaway tipped out of bounds by Winterset again. So 8-1 is our score. Pella is right now struggled with the pace of the game. Winterset been able to have everything go their way. Top of the circle here to Tauke, and she's fouled.
We need a bucket on this possession, I think. Got to break the seal on the rim. Of course, we haven't had a lot of shots at the basket. We've had 5 turnovers, or 4 to 5 turnovers.
5 turnovers, yeah. Ulrich Ford Lincoln, by the way, is taking care of you since 1935. Pella and inbound. Anna Vanderwall out to was supposed to be Reagan Van Wyk, but another steal by Jenna Young, the talented guard, will finish this time her 4th steal of the game, her first bucket. It is 10-1, and we are just halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, we're having a lot of trouble with Young right now. Either on offense, she's getting down the lane on us. Defensively, she's getting her hands on a lot of balls.
And again, this Winterset team is 13-8 in one of the toughest leagues, probably the best league in Class 4A girls basketball. Reaching in from behind is Bridget Stover as a pass was going into Jasmine Naming, a foul on the floor. Each team with 3 on their ledger here in the first quarter. We're live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Already told you about our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Other basketball action going on here on 92.1 KRLS. Inbounds is to Reagan Van Wyk in the corner. Tries to find some separation. Can't do so. Instead, dribbles top of the circle. Passing to Tauke. Kylie with her left hand. Cross court to Vanderwall. Now Van Wyk has it. Outside the 3-point line. Scoots it to Jasmine Namiga. Right-handed runner is in, and the first field goal of the night goes in for Jasmine.
Nice recognition by Jasmine there. She looked like she was going to take that shot initially, and saw she had an open lane to dribble a little bit closer, get an easier shot.
10-3, Winterset on their half of the floor. They've taken full advantage so far of Pella's 5 turnovers and have themselves a 10-3 lead. Right side three-pointer, Ben Schoof on the way. She'll knock it in again. She's got 2 3-pointers, and Pella's down by 10. 3:07 remaining here in the first quarter. The Wheels on a slow start after a long road trip here for the Lady Dutch. Flashing down low, Reagan Van Wyk got behind the defense, couldn't finish, and then Young gets fouled on the rebound attempt. And I think
that's a little bit of a tough call there. I think she just, I thought the foul might have been on the rebound, getting on her back a little bit. Then she started taking off and tripped on her own feet, and we got the foul.
So Madison Neg with her first foul. 4 now for Pella. It's a 13-3 disadvantage in Winterset early on, looking like the dominant team.
That's not 2 on Reagan, is it? Is that just 1?
No, that was on Madison. They called that a Neg.
Oh.
So they said Neg knocked Young to the floor, brought it down the floor. Kind of a bob and weave here at the free throw line. Young, elbow jumper, tough and contested. It's in anyway. Jenny Young knocks it in 15-3, and a Pella Hy-Vee timeout for Coach Garland. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with him. 15 after a Pella Hy-Vee timeout. It is all Winterset early. 15-3, 2:36 remaining here in the first. Coach Garland hoping a timeout. The second already taken here in the quarter. We'll try to shake off the rust here for the Lady Duchess. It has been a slow start. Jenny Young has been dominating. 4 steals already in the corner for Tauke. Kylie is fouled on her way in. Avery Darling just checking in. And they'll actually call it on Abby Benshoof, who that's her second, so maybe good for Pella. She's off the floor. She's hit a couple of good-looking three-pointers.
I think she's got her season average already.
In the corner to Faith Deers. Back out to Anna Vanderwall in the corner. 3-ball on the way, and it's in. Anna Vanderwall pours it in from downtown, 15-6, and let's see if that's a shot that wakes up Pella. Meanwhile, a dribble drive, rebound goes to Pella after a shot missed layup.
Yeah, we got a little break there because we were slow getting back on defense, and
Tauke had her shot blocked, and then a tie-up on the floor. And the arrow will give it over to Winterset. Our score is 15-6 with 1:59 remaining. Pella couldn't take over in transition.
Yeah, we scored that 3, and then we were a little slow getting back on defense. Winterset really pushed the ball, but they missed the layup. Got a little bit of break there.
With 1:59 remaining here in the first, it is Winterset 15 with the ball. Jenny Young over the timeline leading Pella 6 points.
Starting 5 back in, except Tauke in for Anna.
And a good finish on the right side. Stover, tough shot off the window and in. 1:40 remaining. Now Tauke down the floor. Left side, bounce pass into Madison Negg. Misses it off the bottom of the backboard. And the rebound will bound into the arms of Bridget Stover. 17-6. Winterset up by 11 with the ball. Their largest lead. Young thought about a step back 3. Instead passes it up left side. Here's Stover. Top of the circle, Darling. Will hand it off to Young. Young between the circles at the volleyball line. Dribbles around the defense. Another tough mid-range jumper for Jenny Young will go in.
Yeah, she's very quick. Just has a quick step there. She came off a screen. Just a nice pull-up jumper. She looks smooth tonight.
6 Pella turnover as it's stolen away near side by Thea Banning. Now Winterset on their half of the floor with a 13-point advantage. 50 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Handoff to Stover. Stover uncorks it left side. Catch and shoot 3 on the way. Will miss. And the rebound bounds to Tauke. With 35 seconds remaining, arrow favoring Pella here. Down by 13. Here's Van Wyk. Falls toward the hoop as she was off a spin move, and she's at the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, good to see she earned the free throws there. One more pass. I think we had Annika open underneath. Might have been a little easier shot.
Foul to Avery Darling. Do have a Strauver Cellular instant radio update. Roland Story 16, Knoxville 6 after 1. Class 3A region on 95.3 KNIA. Van Wyk will miss the first and visibly frustrated, as I feel like this entire Pella team is. They're behind the 8 ball early, down by 13. Tauke and Peterson out. Young will get a rest as well as Stover and Carter. So the top 3 off the floor scoring-wise for Winterset in the final 28 seconds.
Mia Warner in the game now. She can come in and give us a spark off the bench.
Both will miss.
She gets the rebound.
But yes, Warner will track down the offensive rebound. Here's Vanderwall, who's hit a 3-pointer. Pella's only hit 2 buckets from the field here early. Out to Van Wyk. In the corner to Madison Negg. Negg for 3, doesn't go. And the rebound is controlled by Ava Loudon. And now Avery Darling up the floor with 3 seconds remaining. Hesitation dribble. And Winterset will not get a shot off before the buzzer. 19-16 though. It's all Huskies. Says Winterset dominating Pella early, 19-6 here in the second quarter. Pella will start with the ball, and John, they need a run early.
Yeah, we do. I tell you what, a little unusual for Winterset. 19 points in a quarter. They're only averaging about 41, 42 points a game, so big quarter for them.
They're one of the better defensive teams in Class 4A, and there's a counted shot for Faith Deers, and they needed that. An and one opportunity for Faith on the right-handed runner. Could that be our raise the roof moment presented by Randall Roofing, as Pella needs something here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're only one quarter through this game, so a long ways to go, but we need a spark. This has to be a big quarter for Pella. We got to get back in the game here.
So
good start, though, by Faith. A 3-point play to start the second quarter.
And that's a 3-point play. Faith Deers, our raise the roof moment presented by Randall Roofing. Hopefully that'll get things going here for the Lady Dutch. Early second quarter, 19-9. A three-pointer misses badly, but an offensive rebound to Benchuf, who does have 2 fouls.
Yeah, it looks like Pella's coming out in a special defense now, face guarding Young in a little zone with the rest of the girls.
There's a dribble drive. Rattles in and out. No good for Bridget Stover, and Mia Warner gets her second rebound.
Looks like a boxing one. Oh.
And that's a turnover, Pella. Have another Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio update. It is Norwalk 23, Hoover 2 after 1.
Looks like a boxing one here. Anna Vanderwall playing Young tightly.
Young gets a screen, left side, works it in the corner. 3 on the way is in. Bridget Stover knocks it in, and she has 9 points, and that hasn't helped that Winterset is shooting the 3 particularly well, much better than they have during the regular season. Warner has it, high elbow, other side, in the corner to Madison Nag. Warner works it right side to Deers. Deers dribble drive. And it's thrown right to Jenna Young, her 5th steal. Pella has 8 turnovers to just 1 for Winterset so far. Stover working it right side. Wing on the 3 is in. Lauren Carter buries it.
Well, I don't think I'm ever going to say that a team doesn't shoot the 3 well, because I know Andrew's listening. Tell me I jinx teams all the time that way, so not a good start.
We're being honest. I mean, they come in shooting 23% from 3. You don't expect them to make, what has it been, 4 of 7. And the unfortunate thing is Pella's done next to nothing on offense, and so they haven't been able to keep pace like they normally have against teams like Grinnell and teams like DCG. And, you know, Pella's been in most of their games this season, but this is obviously a start that they have to try and overcome. And unfortunately, the track record, they're not a great come-from-behind team. Here's a steal on the inbounds, Thea Banning, and she'll finish for 2. And unfortunately, John, the wheels have come off the Pella bus here. They're down now by 18, 27-9, with 5:47 remaining here in the second quarter.
Well, I just got to be straightforward. The girls got to pick up their body language here. They're a little bit slow, being lazy on the passes. There's been 3 or 4 turnovers where the pass has been right to a Winterset girl. So
Tauke misses on the other end and Banning the rebound.
Got to get the head up and got to get the energy going.
And then a foul as Deers will knock into Lauren Carter. And that's what makes this so difficult. Just to be real, this is a really good defensive Winterset team. So they give up 40 points a game. And Pella and Winterset's almost got that. They'll miss a layup on the inbound, and the rebound will go to Jasmine Namiga. So Pella's going to have to trigger something here as the Huskies lead by 18. And then Jasmine Namiga up the right side knocks it in for 2. Nice move for Jasmine. Now they just need a stop.
Need a few of those.
But I'm saying it's that mentality of anytime Pella's got a shot, Winterset's come down and answered. Young has it right side, 3 on the way for Banning, misses long, and the board is cleared by Madison Nag.
Yeah, one stop at a time. Just got to pick away at this the best you can before halftime. But it's it.
Vanderwall's knocked into by Banning. She'll track the pass down now, and she's near the half-court line. Down by 16. Vanderwall, dribble drive, she can't finish. And the rebound controlled by Carter. That's been the other issue. Pella's missed a lot of shots in that lane. They could have turned the tide of this game before it got out of hand.
Nice stop.
Another stop. Jasmine a rebound. 27-11. Halfway through the second quarter. Winterset up by 16 on Pella. Madison Nag throws it away. A 6th steal for Jenna Young, the 9th Pella turnover. Young spin move, couldn't finish, but the rebound stepped out of bounds off of Reagan Van Wyk. And it will stay with Winterset. 3:59 remaining in the second quarter. It's Winterset 27, Pella 11. This is an Ulrich Ford Lincoln radio game reset. They're taking care of you since 1935. Anna Vanderwall out. Annika Peterson in. Pella trailing by 16. Bounce pass down low to Stover. 3 on the way is short. And the rebound controlled by Annika Peterson. So Pella's got a few stops in succession. But now, John, they've got to score. It's easier said than done against this defense, but there's another tip and a steal. Well, they got to stop doing that. Stover, a steal, jump stop, and knocks it in from 8 feet. Double figures for Stover as she gets the steal. 9 of Pella's 10 turnovers so far have been live balls, John, that have gone into the arms of a Winterset player.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're just being really lazy with the passing. We just got to...
And that one's just ripped away from Tauke, as Darling will get the steal. 11 Pella turnovers in the half. 10 have been steals. You're not going to win many basketball games doing that. Three-pointer misses. Reagan Van Wyk will collect the rebound for Pella. 29-11. The largest lead of this game has now been matched twice, but 18 for Winterset. As Kylie Tauke, near the half-court line, needs to get away from her defender before she gets the 5-second call. She'll get it out to Madison Nag. There's a pass tipped out of bounds by Young.
Yeah, I think we're trying to, we're doing a lot with the dribble. I think we need to get the ball moving a little bit better. Winterset's doing a nice job getting in the passing lanes, but we're trying to beat everything with the dribble.
In case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Winterset took a 7-1 lead early. In fact, it was 8-1 and haven't looked back since. There's a foul call before Vanderwall went off for her layup left side of the lane. There's been some of those for Anna and Reagan where they've been able to dribble and drive, but then they kind of get stuck in the paint and haven't been able to get clean shots off.
Yeah.
Foul is the first on Darcy Wiseman. Each team with 6 fouls, so we're shooting free throws until the halftime horn. Vanderwall on what has become a long Pella possession down low to Van Wyk, who is calling for it, but a reverse layup is forced, too strong. And Carter the rebound for Winterset, quickly over to Jenny Young. Young, stutter step, left side. Gets a pass out. A give and go. Young has it left wing. And she will dribble it back to the top of the circle and reset the Huskies offense here. 29-11, Winterset can afford to be patient. There's a tip and a steal, just the second Winterset turnover, as it will wind up in Jasmine Naminga's arms. Coach Garland giving some instructions on this offense here. With 2:05 remaining, Anna Vanderwall jump stop left side of the lane, out to Naminga, who has it ripped from her arms, and it's a tie-up. And the 12th Pella turnover, possession arrow to Winterset.
Well, I was thinking Pella had the possession there. It must have been a jump in there.
It was the start of the quarter.
Yeah, there you go.
29-11, Winterset. Young with the ball again. Left side to Darling. Head faking a pass to Young. Young in the left corner. With her right hand. Will have a rare mistake as she'll throw it over the intended player, Ava Loudon. Just the third Winterset turnover.
Yep, and back-to-back possessions there. Just got to see if we can get the ball in the basket here. Yeah, we almost need to try a high post. Jasmine's playing on the free throw line, high post. Almost need to bring her up. The offense is starting almost to half court because they're defending Anna all the way out to half court. Makes it tough on the offense.
90 seconds until halftime. It's an 18-point lead for Winterset. Mia Warner, right side to Naminga.
There's good
flashing look. Inside. Peterson will miss her shot too strong. Offensive rebound, Warner. Out to Vanderwall. Vanderwall looking for 3 again. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, Naminga for a second, and she's fouled. Second on Darling. And at the free throw line for the 1-and-1 is Naminga. Earlier, Vanderwall did have a 3-pointer, so Cliff Marlowe won 50 cents on his Hy-Vee Fuel Saver card. Make sure you stop by the Pella Hy-Vee. We still have plenty to give away between Pella Christian and Pella this postseason and the Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Radio 3-point challenge. The front end for Jasmine.
There we go.
In. sub out for Winterset in his... Didn't see who came in for number 2, Darling, who has 2 fouls. The next for Jasmine is in. 6 points for the sophomore.
Nice job hitting those 2 free throws.
29-13. Winterset on top by 16. They've led by as much as 18 in this game twice. With 1:09 till the halftime horn. Over the half-court line for Jenna Young, as we mentioned, likely going to get some All-State consideration. Playing in one of the toughest leagues, the Raccoon River Conference. This Winterset team showing just how tested they are. They're 13-8, one of the better leagues in the entire state.
Yeah, for sure. You can tell Young's a pretty natural point guard, handles the ball well. Shows a lot of leadership out there as a sophomore, under control.
Even though she's drawing some double teams here, she's knocked to the floor. And now Winterset's trying to keep away and hold for a last shot until Madison Angle will end up getting her second foul. And at the line for the 1-and-1 is Banning. Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio Update. Roland Story 26, Knoxville 10. So it has been a rough night for the Marion County basketball teams in the regional playoffs. The first is in, and it's Stover, who's now 3 of 3 from the line and has 12 points. Out is Ava Loudon. Lauren Carter back in for Winterset. 36 seconds left in the second quarter. And the Huskies will match their best lead of the night so far, a baker's dozen for Stover at 13 points. Anna Vanderwall over the timeline. Right side to Annika Peterson. Peterson thought about stepping into a 3, and then a 3-second violation, and the 13th Pella turnover. Our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show when we come back after these final 26 seconds run off the clock here in the second quarter. Winterset 31, Pella 13. It has not been a night to remember thus far for the Lady Dutch. Meanwhile, Winterset has an opportunity to really make it difficult in the second half. Not that they haven't already. With 15 seconds remaining, they will hold.
Yeah, I'm guessing they may do a clear out for Young here. Try to get down the lane. Good defense by Anna.
Couple of passes left side.
There
and
we go.
A foul
no.
called
No, we don't.
off the ball somewhere, or on the ball. And that's on Mia Warner.
Stover with a chance to add to her 13 here. Good first half for her.
.3 seconds remaining. The front end of a 1-and-1 is in. And that's Stover. Yep. She's got the face mask on, the nose protector. Mm-hmm. Doesn't seem to impact her vision whatsoever. She's having a great night. Hitting all 6 of her free throws and has 15 points. Pella's down by 19 with a second remaining. At the buzzer, three-pointer won't go.
And yeah, they should have a pretty good run on the way to the well, and I don't want to jinx anybody.
It feels like they're finally clicking.
Yeah.
You know, like everything is in place. Noah knows what his role is, and obviously coming into the team halfway through the season.
Yep.
Pella girls need to feel it like the Pella boys do if they're going to have a shot here in this regional final. Spin move out right side to Vanderwall. No look pass in the corner. Van Wyk will step in. Down low to Peterson. Back out to Anna Vanderwall.
Tell you, some nice ball movement to start the second half here. Had a couple open looks. I thought they might get the ball up there.
33-13. Pella will need 2 remarkable quarters if their season's going to stay alive. Bounce pass out to Deers. Deers a shot fake. Steps inside. 10-footer is in. Faith Deers has a couple of buckets made, and Pella at least gets off on the right foot. 35-15.
Yeah, and that whole possession was just good ball movement, making the Winterset defense work, and they got a couple good looks at it there.
Winterset on their half of the floor. Jenny Young, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. 6 steals led to 13 Pella turnovers in the first half. Meanwhile, Winterset was able to build their lead. Pella got a lot more stops in the second half of that second quarter. Question is, how many stops do they have left in them? Young will stretch it back out. No rush here for Winterset, up by 18.
No, straight up man-to-man defense for Pella right now, too. We've got our hands in the passing lane a couple times already, so hopefully we can continue that.
Young on the elbow, whips it out to Stover, who has 15 first-half points on her ledger. And Winterset in absolutely no rush, and why wouldn't they be? In the lane, and there pours it in. Jenna Young has 8 points, and she just has beautiful touch inside that lane. She's just anything mid-range has been perfect so far.
She does. You get her in the paint, a little pull-up jumper, very smooth-looking shot.
Those are tough to defend. If you have a player who can make those, what do you do? With 6:08 remaining, Pella trying to answer. Down 35-15. A long step and a foul call on Reagan Van Wyk, who will go back to the free throw line for 2 more. Van Wyk has been held scoreless thus far. Missed a couple of free throws in the first half. Will look to rectify that here. Any opportunity you get to score, John, with the clock stopped in a situation like this is beneficial, but she's too long. And Van Wyk Reagan's an emotional player. She plays with her heart on her sleeve. You know exactly how she feels at any given moment, John, and right now you can tell she's frustrated.
She has got to handle that a little bit, control that, and it's hard to do in a game like this.
And she'll miss the second, and the rebound goes to Winterset. 5:56 remaining here in the third. Huskies on their half of the floor looking to extend their 20-point lead that they entered halftime with.
I like it. I like Pella's energy right now in the second half. They are coming out with a little bit of energy. Don't look like they have their heads down.
They got a steal, and a three on the way doesn't go. Another rebound for Thea Banning. Starting 5 on the floor for both Van Wyk, Deers, Vanderwall, Neg, Peterson, Young, Benschoof, Manning, Carter, Stover. And Young between the circles. Another long possession here for Winterset. Step behind the free throw line, and she'll get the friendly roll in. And she's in double figures. 6 steals, now 10 points. Young is working her way toward her season average of 16 per game. And if I was an all-state voter, I would definitely get my vote. There's Anna Vanderwall cutting to the hole for 2. Layup is in for Anna Vanderwall, 37-17.
Yeah, this girl's got a nice future in front of her. Like I said, only a sophomore, just handles herself very well. Tell her she's a good leader on the floor, very confident.
She's listed at 5'7", and Anna Vanderwall is 5'6", and it looks like Vanderwall has an inch or 2 on her.
Well, I think I said earlier that's generous. I'd give her about 5'5" just from up here in the stands.
Neg will get fouled on the rebound. The first of the night called on Lauren Carter. 4:44 remaining. Winterset maintaining their 20-point advantage here in the third. That is an Ulrich Ford Lincoln radio game reset at Ulrich Ford Lincoln. They're taking care of you since 1935. Anna Vanderwall at the volleyball line works it right side to Peterson, back to Anna. Looking for Madison, and there's Pella's first turnover of the half. Madison Egg will hit the deck. And then in transition, Stover is fouled, and she's back at the line where she's a perfect 6 of 6.
Yeah, Stover's having a nice game on both ends of the court, rebounding the ball well.
15 points on top of that. And she'll miss the first.
She averages about 11 a game if I got my notes right. Yep.
A 68% foul shooter. Thea Banning out. This is a young Winterset team among their starters, too. A lot of juniors and sophomores. This is not the last we'll see Winterset in the 4A regional playoffs.
Yeah, Benschoof looks like the only senior in their starting lineup, and a lot of sophomores, juniors
they're
coming
talented
off the bench as well.
Their talented top 3 is going to be coming back, and if they can add to that, I think they'll be even more competitive next winter in this deep Raccoon River Conference, as we mentioned several times. Usually we say, hey, Little Hawkeye Conference, and we'll say that for boys basketball and many other sports. Inbound to Deers, and she'll draw contact and a foul. You'll say, hey, Little Hawkeye, we'll take them 9 times out of 10, but this girls basketball with the Raccoon Valley, it's unfortunate that they're going to have to beat each other to go to state. That's kind of the worst part about it. Yeah. I think they deserve more. They should have deserved more consideration in the brackets than they got.
Well, yeah, and you look at this bracket, we've got Gilbert and Bondurant Farrar, the number 3, number 5 in the BC Moore rankings.
Yep.
And North Polk also in this bracket, number 10, BC Moore rankings. So we have 3 of them in the Raccoon River.
And then Winterset. And
then Winterset, yeah.
So there's 4 of them from this one conference in one bracket. That doesn't feel right to me.
And they're all in the, if you look at the BC Moore rankings, which I put a lot of stock in, I think it's pretty accurate.
They do a better job than most.
We've got 4 teams in the top 13 all in this bracket from that conference.
Deers will make 1 of 2. Make both, excuse me. She has 7 points, 38-19. There's a shot. Missing. Offensive rebound to Winterset and a travel called after the rebound by Avery Darling.
And this Winterset team also beat Gilbert just a week or two ago. Who's a very tough team.
Let's just say, if you tune in for our pregame show, we already aired our grievances about postseason seeding. At this point, the reality is what it is. Pella's down by 19 on the road, and barring a miraculous comeback here, will likely have their season come to a close. Namminga loses the ball between her legs, so she'll save it. Left side, Vanderwall. Dribble drive, Anna. Tough in traffic, and she's back at the foul line. Winterset not particularly pleased with some of the recent foul calls.
That will be 3 on Stover.
So that might be the only solace, is that there's a little bit of foul trouble for Winterset, but when you're up by 19, foul trouble means something entirely different. Vanderwall missed the first.
Let's go Anna, see if you can put this second one in.
On our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, and a Pella Hy-Vee timeout. We'll hold that thought for now. Inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, Winterset 38. Our creative idea drawn up by Branda Peel. Pella has been able to dribble drive a little bit more here, John, a little bit more energy, but unfortunately they just need a little more consistency on both sides of the floor to get themselves at least within respectable range here against Winterset. Unfortunately, they keep missing their foul shots, and the rebound is cleared by Riley Caius. Vanderbilt 0 of 2. Pella is 1 of 5 from the foul line, and then 2 shots coming on the other side as Deers will get knocked to the floor for Thea Banning.
Yeah, good effort by Faith there, looking to take a charge. I think just a step too late. Got the blocking foul call on that.
Our creative idea drawn up by Branda Peel. From branding, print, web, video, or interactive, call Branda Peel. Relentless for you. 3 fouls on Faith Deers. Reagan Van Wyk is back in with 11:23 left in regulation, 3:23 here in the third. Pella trails 38-19. Banning will miss both. Now, neither team is performing particularly strong at the charity stripe. 38-19. Pella down by that margin. Step back for Vanderwall, and she's stuck. We'll get it to Van Wyk, now to Kylie Tauke. Kylie picks up her dribble. Bounce pass to Jasmine in the corner. Madison Egg, corner 3. Rims in and out, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Thea Banning.
And Madison's had a couple ring around the rim like that and come out on her.
And then an air ball on the other side. And the rebound out of bounds off of Namminga. Looks like it went in.
It almost looked like all net, the net pop there.
It did hit all net, John.
Yeah.
It just went underneath the rim. They don't count those.
No.
Bounce pass on the inbounds. Banning knocks it in. Right on the elbow. 40-19. Pella's done the job I think they wanted to defensively, but unfortunately the offense has not been able to string anything together here. Left side, Van Wyk. Kicks it out to Tauke. 2:25 remaining here in the third. Pella, their largest deficit at 21 points now. 40-19. Okay. Good inlet pass from Madison Negg, finding Anna Vanderwall.
Great backdoor cut by Anna there. And a good feed by Madison Negg.
2:08 remaining here in the third. Jenna Young crosses over. Whips it out right side to Banning. Now in the left corner, Caius. Caius with the right hand, back over to Young. Everything on the perimeter right now for Winterset. Step back for Young, and she'll flip it right side to Benchoof. Back top of the circle to Carter. Now dribble drive, center of the lane, in and out, no good for Thea Banning, and Namminga her 5th rebound. Minute 38 remaining here in the third. 40-21 Winterset. Home team up big in this regional opener. And then contact to 50-50 ball called either way. And they'll say out of bounds off of Pella.
Strong drive by Anna, but just got tied up in traffic. And
both players hitting the deck, no whistle.
Yep.
I'm just trying to find out how the ball went off of Anna, but either way.
They call it jump or off Anna?
It was off of Anna, out of bounds. So either way, it's a turnover Pella. Just their second of the half, so they've cleaned that up. And Winterset content at the half-court line.
We've reduced the lead by 1 this quarter, but unfortunately we have a lot more to... Need a lot more than that.
And Winterset has the ball. Benchoof will get the pass after tough defense from Van Wyk. They'll weave it back in. Right side. Finish for 2. Banning will lay it off the glass and in. Anything Pella's tried to get started, Winterset has had the answer. That's the misfortune of falling as far behind as Pella has. They needed every little thing to go right. Loose ball picked up by Warner. Jumper for Jasmine doesn't go in. Board control by Benchoof, and now Winterset rushing down the floor. Here's Young, has her shot blocked by Tauke. Kylie Tauke, the rebound to Peterson. Pella pushing the floor. 25 seconds over the half-court line with Kylie.
Looked like a very good take by Young there for Winterset, but Tauke with a great block on that one.
Peterson out to Van Wyk. 3 on the way, no good. And then a foul on the rebound as Young will collect it for Winterset. 13 seconds remain here in the third quarter. Winterset with the ball on a 21-point lead. You're listening to Pella High Basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on FM 92.1 KRLS Pella Knoxville, KRLS HD1 Knoxville Pella. Young over the half-court line. To her right side. And it's stolen away by Warner. Warner at the half-court line will hit it off the top of the backboard. So the third Winterset Winterset starts with the fourth quarter first possession. 42-21, they lead the Pella Lady Dutch in the Class 4A regional opening playoffs. Winterset at this point likely to head to ranked Bondurant Farrar, number 7 in Class 4A. Turnover Winterset. And John, Pella's defense did the work they wanted to, holding the Huskies to just 9 points, but their offense has not clicked at all tonight. Just scored 8 in the quarter.
Really. I mean, Winterset started hot in this game. If you look at that, they're sitting at 42. So if we have a decent offensive night, we're right in there. But
and
credit, credit to Winterset. That's their game.
That's what Winterset does. When they've won games, they have a very solid defensive team. That's what I mean. I wouldn't want to be the ranked teams in this bracket at all. Pass tipped out of bounds far side. When you have Grinnell, who just jumped back into the rankings at number 15 with North Polk. I mean, yeah, this is just this is
wide open.
This is a very difficult Final Four, no matter which way you draw it. Yeah, whatever team gets the home and the bye, that's nice. But how many regionals, John, over the years has Pella had where they've got the first round bye and then they end up winning that first game by 25-30? Yeah. This is not that kind of bracket.
Yeah, no.
Turnover Pella, throw out of bounds. And a Pella Hy-Vee timeout. Do have some business to take care of. Live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio quarter. 7:03 remaining at Winterset High School. The Huskies leading the Dutch. Winterset after the Pella High turnover. As all three Pella seniors on the floor defensively, Madison Negg, Annika Peterson, and Faith Deers after that substitution. In fact, the starting 5 on the floor for Pella. Bridget Stover, who had 15 first-half points, in case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, kicks it out to Avery Darling, who knocks it in for 3.
Yeah, I was going to say, in a game with point spread like this, it's going to be interesting to see what Jared's probably giving his starting 5. Another one last run at this for a couple minutes.
Offensive rebound and a foul. Peterson at the line for 2.
Then he'll look to recognize those seniors and have them come out of the game probably here in a couple minutes.
Well, and we don't want to. Well, let's be realistic. Pella's not coming back, so now it's time to talk about those 3 seniors and what a era of Pella basketball they had to follow up, and that's a tough act to follow. You think about their generation from when they were freshmen to now, and the 3 years prior to that, John, with teams that were making runs at state tournament and state championships a couple years in a row. And that's a difficult group to follow, no matter what you do. And they've carried themselves well. They know that this is not the same kind of teams that Pella's had in the middle part of the decade, but they've worked to improve. They work to play in a really difficult conference year in and year out, and these 3 seniors have left it all out on the floor these past 4 years.
Yeah, they have. And tonight's guy is not getting a lot to show for it.
3 misses for Winterset.
This team has been a very hard-fighting team all year long. Like we said, they've had some very close matches with some very good teams and have pulled out some of those, But it's been overall a fun team to watch this year. And I will say about this, I'm not sure if you're trying to call play-by-play here.
Oh, it's fine.
Let me go. But
there's a foul called on Young for Nag.
But I will tell you, I've been around these 3 seniors for quite some time, being part of this program, just a few years ago, and 3 of the most coachable, hardworking seniors that you could potentially have. Great attitudes, or possibly have, I should say, great attitudes, very coachable.
Shot will go in for Reagan Van Wyk on the dribble drive.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it out there for you every game, so shout out to those 3. It's just been fun having them.
Our score is 45-24. Again, some more positive news. We do have the list of the students that were earning all-state honors and a Strawver Cellular Instant Radio update. 45-24 Winterset ball. Young right side of the lane, dribble drive, gets her own rebound, and then misses the second one. It was partially blocked by Vanderwell, who comes up with the other rebound. On the other side, 3 on the way doesn't go. Offensive rebound is in from Madison Egg. And a Pella Hy-Vee timeout. A 30-second timeout. Let's mention those all-staters. Taryn Peffers, Ibby Schlerman have a ton of three-point shooting. They've had some nights where it's been good, but that's not their primary function. Defensively, they play so much better, I think, with the lead that allows them to be a lot more aggressive, just because they don't maybe have the athleticism to keep up with teams for a full however many minutes, so they can't be as aggressive all the time. But they just fell too far behind, John. And
it started from the start. I think
shot blocked, offensive rebound.
If I recall, we were down 10-1, 9-1 or 10-1 to start the game, and then you just started kind of pressing a little bit. Throwing some passes maybe you don't really want to, trying to force the issue a little bit. So
here's Van Wyk. Shot fake, good dribble take. Drive, and Reagan takes it for 2.
That's a good take by Reagan. Left-handed finish.
Well, and Reagan and Anna, Jasmine, and Kylie are going to be your core coming back for the Lady Dutch in 2021-22. Left-handed runner is in for Jenna Young. So it's not like the cupboard's bare, but obviously you lose a couple of all-conference caliber players and Faith Deers, and there's a turnover. Pella and Madison Neg, who's going to be playing at Northwestern next year. We don't want to think too much about that. The season still technically has 4:16 left in it, but that's where your thoughts go is, well, what's next? And obviously there's, a great, I think, spring sports season on the horizon for many of these athletes who will get those sports back, John. I think that's all perspective, right? Is, some of these girls who thought about maybe going out for track or golf or soccer or tennis last spring didn't get to. And we got to play a full season of basketball. Was it the season that Pella wanted? Maybe at the end of the day, no. But, hey, they played 22 games and had some great wins, some heartbreaking losses, and a lot in between. 49-28 Winterset. In the corner, here's Deers. And pass through the fingertips of Van Wyk and a turnover, the 7th steal for Jenna Young. 5 Pella turnovers and a half to 4 for Winterset. Dribble drive and no shot, but a foul called on Pella.
Yeah, and you have a couple of good leaders coming back, with Reagan Van Wyk, Anna Vanderwall, Anna Childerston coming back as seniors next year, and a core group of what will be juniors. There's some strength there. I know we've got some good young girls in the pipeline coming up.
We had good JV teams coming up, for years where we win a lot of our JV games. There's talent coming. It's just, it's the heartbreak of a season ending here. There's a steal for Kylie Tauke. 5th Winterset turnover, up ahead to Jasmine Amiga. Through the defense, can't get her shot to go, and then a foul on the rebound on Young as Neg was tracking it down, and Madison at the line for a 1-and-1. Strawver Cellular Instant Radio Update. Roland Story 43, Knoxville 34 with 2:40 remaining in the 4th over on 95.3 KNIA. Doesn't look like the Panthers, barring a big comeback, will have their season continue beyond tonight. Shot will miss. 49-28, 3:07 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
Madison Neg stuck on 3, kind of a quiet offensive night for her.
And that's, again, this is just how this team works. When things are going well, Madison gets going early. She's able to cut to the hole or hit a three-pointer in the corner, and that just never happened. Pella turned the ball over too much. Then Winterset's lead got too big, and then all of a sudden Pella's pressing. And then they're trying to rush things. There's a foul and free throws coming for Jenna Young.
Here's with the foul. Shooting 2.
Annika Peterson coming back in the game, it looks like here. So we'll have all 3 seniors on the floor
For
at least another minute or so, I would guess.
Yeah, for the final time. Peterson in for Tauke. (50-28) Winterset. First was in for Young. That's her first free throw, which is unusual for her. She's taken 113 now attempts on the season and has made 80 of them. She has 13 points. Vanderwall be a 3-year starter on the floor next winter. Out to Nag and Annika Peterson, the trio that has played basketball growing up for many, many years together through a tough era of Pella basketball with so much success. Peterson will finish off the window and in. Peterson on the board, so all 3 seniors have scored.
I was going to say, I think is that her first bucket?
And she'll make it here. 50-30. 2:15 remaining here in the fourth. Winterset ball and Young. Now this will be the final home game of the year for Winterset, barring some really crazy shenanigans that would basically have to be North Polk winning out the other side of the bracket. Don't have an update on them just yet, because Grinnell ranked would end up getting a home game. Young dribbling out some clock here.
And it looks like there's substitutions coming in, so...
Well, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, 13 Pella first half turnovers doomed the Lady Dutch from the start. Winterset got out to a big lead, and the final time off the court for the seniors for the Lady Dutch.
So Faith Deers, Annika Peterson, Madison Nag coming off the floor. Let's give it to those girls.
Now 7 years in the broadcasting game, John. It doesn't get easier.
No, that's always tough at your senior year, and to have to walk off for the last time in any sport, especially this way. You want to go out as much. There's only one team, but
in 4A
goes off winning. So
yeah, there's 5 in the girls and 4 in the boys in basketball that will hoist the top trophy in the state and end satisfied with how their season ended. Coach Garland with a word for those seniors. And it's not the night they wanted to have. They'd much rather have this be 50-44 or something with a chance to win it late. But credit Winterset, they are a good basketball team. We get more subs in, Childerston and Haley Van Vark. So this is probably the 5 that, with Van Wyk on the bench and Tauke on the bench, this is the 7 that you're looking at, John, for the future of Lady Dutch basketball. And there's talent there. It's just, how much better are they going to get? Vanderwall makes the first with 1:23 remaining here in the fourth. And that's the thing, is there's a long time between now and November. Seems like it goes by fast sometimes, but thankful we have a spring season coming ahead for many of these girls, and in some cases summer with softball and a lot of volleyball to be played for a lot of them who are going to get ready for what could be a really special run in the fall for reasons that we've mentioned a couple of times. Kennedy Van Vark is in as well.
Yeah, another girl will be a big piece of this program moving forward. Talented
just about
freshman. Yep.
Everybody who's dressed getting on the floor here. 50-32 with 1:10 remaining here in the fourth. We'll tell you about the road ahead in our Cabinet Design Pella Radio postgame show coming back. Here's Hallie Hofing out to Ava Loudon. It's like Winterset has successfully cleared their bench. It looks like we will see Eliza Van Zee at some point. She's a very solid JV player as well. There's going to be players that have some experience on the floor coming back in what will be a very difficult conference, with DCG returning a bunch of their top talent, and Indianola and Grinnell and so on. Many of those teams we expect to continue into the playoffs.
DCG's actually got a nice road, I think, to the state tournament too in their bracket. I think they're up to number 4 in the state right now, so out of the Little Hawkeye, I think they'll have a good chance to represent.
Grinnell is advancing. They win 68-41. They were playing Newton, so correction on who they were playing. But Grinnell is number 14, and they are going to have an incredible clash in the regional semifinals with Gilbert this Saturday.
Maddie Schmitz into the game for Pella.
Yeah, Maddie Schmitz, Eliza Van Zee with 25 seconds remaining. Childerston. Yep, we mentioned her a little bit ago. Van Vark. Not much going on here. There's a travel and a turnover. $15 seconds remaining. Pella down 50-32.
Oh, good pass.
Pass inside to Van Zee, who will go and draw some contact in the lane and have a couple of foul shots. Do have some more Strauver Cellular Instant Radio updates. Norwalk 72, Hoover 11. That's a final. Norwalk advances on 94.3 KNIA. First is in for Van Zee. Second is in. 7 seconds left. 50-33, and that will probably be, and it will be, our final score. Winterset advances in the Class 4A regional playoffs, and the Lady Dutch basketball